Philosophy of Napoleon: use it or be left behind. Napoleon Bonaparte's philosophy was built on action, willpower, and mastery over circumstances. His life and leadership embodied a relentless drive to use one's faculties, resources, and opportunities, or be left behind by history. 1. Will over circumstance, the architect of destiny. Napoleon Bonaparte did not believe in passively accepting fate. He bent reality to his will. His philosophy was clear: if you do not impose your will upon the world will impose its will upon you. He rejected the idea that external conditions should dictate a man's success. Instead, he saw them as raw material to be shaped. His famous words, "Circumstances, I make circumstances," perfectly capture his mindset. The power of inner resolve. Napoleon's rise from a relatively obscure Corsican outsider to the Emperor of France was a testament to his belief in the supremacy of will over circumstance. He refused to accept limitations imposed by his birth, social status, or the political climate of his time. Where others saw obstacles, he saw opportunities to assert himself. His victories were often won before a battle even began, not through luck, but through an iron determination that refused to acknowledge defeat. He acted with absolute conviction, forcing the world to bend to his vision. Application: shaping reality instead of yielding to it. This principle extends beyond war and leadership. It applies to personal growth, business, creativity, and spirituality. If you allow external circumstances to dictate your path, you will always be a servant to them. If you assert your will, strategize, and move with force, you become a creator rather than a bystander. Napoleon's life proves that those who passively wait for better conditions never achieve greatness. The world belongs to those who command their own fate and refuse to be prisoners of their environment. 2. The power of knowledge and strategy. The mind is the first battlefield. Napoleon's empire was not built on brute force alone. It was built on intellect, calculation, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He understood that knowledge without strategy is wasted, and strategy without knowledge is blind. He once said, "War is 90% information." This reveals his core belief: victory belongs to those who know more, think deeper, and plan further ahead. Mastery through learning. Napoleon was a voracious reader. As a young man, he consumed books on history, philosophy, politics, and military tactics. His ability to recall details from past battles, civilizations, and human psychology gave him an unfair advantage over opponents who relied only on tradition or brute strength. He studied Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, and Frederick the Great, dissecting their victories and mistakes. He applied lessons from history not just in war, but in governance, diplomacy, and leadership. The lesson here? Power is given to those who seek wisdom relentlessly. Those who do not educate themselves will always be controlled by those who do. Strategy: turning knowledge into power. Napoleon did not just collect knowledge. He used it to strategize with ruthless precision. He mastered the art of the unexpected, attacking where his enemies were weak and overwhelming them before they could react. His campaigns were won before a single shot was fired because he outthought his enemies long before he outfought them. In life, business, and personal growth, the same rule applies. Know your battlefield, whether it's your industry, your opponents, or your own mind. Plan further ahead than others. Most people think in weeks, but true masters think in decades. Adapt quickly. The one who anticipates change controls the future. Use it or be left behind. Napoleon's philosophy was clear: the ignorant are doomed to be ruled by the wise. Those who do not seek knowledge are at the mercy of those who do. Those who fail to strategize will be enslaved by those who plan ahead. Power belongs to the thinkers, the learners, and the strategists. Are you using knowledge and strategy as a weapon, or are you being outmaneuvered by those who do? 3. Adaptation and decisiveness. The ones who hesitate are lost. Napoleon understood a brutal truth: the world belongs to those who act, while others hesitate. He did not wait for perfect conditions. He adapted, decided, and executed faster than anyone else. His entire military career was built on this principle. He once said, "Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide." He knew that the hesitant, the slow, and the overly cautious become victims of those who move with speed and certainty. Adaptation, turning chaos into opportunity. Napoleon thrived in uncertainty because he did not resist change. He used it to his advantage. When faced with unexpected challenges, he adjusted his strategy without hesitation. He was famous for reading the battlefield in real time, shifting his formations and tactics instantly. His enemies, stuck in rigid plans, were always a step behind. The lesson? Rigidity is death. Adaptability is power. If you cannot shift when circumstances change, you will be destroyed by those who can. Decisiveness, the power of instant action. Napoleon never waited for the right time. He understood that action creates opportunity, not the other way around. He once crowned himself emperor instead of letting the Pope do it, making it clear that his authority came from himself, not tradition. On the battlefield, he made decisions in seconds that others would deliberate over for hours. Even in governance, he passed laws and reforms swiftly, shaping France's future while others debated. Most people hesitate, overthink, or second-guess themselves into failure. Napoleon's philosophy was simple: if you don't decide, someone else will decide for you. Use it or be left behind. Adaptation and decisiveness separate leaders from followers. Those who fail to adapt will be left behind by those who move with the times. Those who fail to decide will be controlled by those who take action. The future belongs to those who act, adjust, and move forward without fear. Are you adapting to life's changes, or are you resisting them? Are you making swift, bold decisions, or are you waiting for certainty that will never come? 4. Relentless self-belief, the unshakable foundation of greatness. Napoleon's empire was not built on luck, privilege, or external validation. It was built on an ironclad belief in himself. His philosophy was clear. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. He understood that the world does not reward the doubtful, the hesitant, or the insecure. It bends to those who carry an unshakable conviction in their own power. The power of absolute confidence. Napoleon was born on a small island with no royal blood, no powerful connections, and no special privilege. Yet he rose to command an empire because he believed, without question, that he was destined to do so. He never sought approval. He acted as if he was already worthy of power. He carried himself as a conqueror long before he won his first battle. He silenced doubt, both within himself and from others. He didn't wait for someone to grant him permission to be great. He declared it, and then made it reality. Faith in oneself as the ultimate weapon. Napoleon knew that wars, whether on battlefields or in life, are won first in the mind. The moment you allow doubt to take hold, you have already lost. He trusted his own judgment even when everyone around him disagreed. He walked with absolute certainty even in the face of impossible odds. He spoke and acted as if his victory was inevitable, and it often was. Most people wait to feel confident before they take action. Napoleon's lesson? Confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you decide. Use it or be left behind. The world belongs to those who believe in themselves without hesitation. Those who doubt themselves will be ruled by those who do not. Those who seek approval will be controlled by those who act without needing it. Those who fail to declare their own greatness will live under the shadow of those who do. Are you acting with unshakable self-belief, or are you allowing doubt to steal your power? 5. Merit over birthright. Power belongs to the capable. Napoleon shattered the old world's belief that only those born into nobility were fit to rule. He proved that greatness is not inherited, it is earned. His rise was a declaration of war against entitlement. Ability is nothing without opportunity. And when opportunity did not exist, he created it. The death of privilege, the rise of merit. Before Napoleon, the world was ruled by aristocracies, men who inherited power rather than proving themselves worthy of it. But Napoleon rose from obscurity, not by birthright, but by raw ability. He was not born into wealth or royal favor. He was not handed power, he took it. He promoted men based on skill, not status. He famously told his soldiers, "Every soldier carries a marshal's baton in his knapsack," meaning, anyone with the ability and the will could rise, no matter their origins. Prove your worth or be forgotten. Napoleon's philosophy is simple. The world does not care about your background. It cares about what you can do. If you are not constantly improving, you will be outperformed by those who are. Power is seized by those who prove themselves, not by those who expect it. The aristocracies of old were crushed under his rule, not because of hatred, but because they relied on legacy instead of ability. And legacy without ability is weakness. Use it or be left behind. Those who depend on entitlement will lose to those who build their own greatness. Those who cling to tradition will be surpassed by those who innovate. The world belongs to the capable, the skilled, the relentless, not the privileged. Are you demanding success based on expectation, or are you proving yourself through action? 6. The ruthless march of time. Move or be forgotten. Napoleon understood one brutal truth: time does not wait. He once said, "Victory belongs to the most persevering." What does this mean? Time will crush the hesitant, the stagnant, and the weak-willed. The world moves forward relentlessly. Either you move with it, or you are left behind. The illusion of permanence. Napoleon built an empire that reshaped Europe, yet even he fell to the forces of time. No victory, no empire, no man is immune to the march of history. He understood this well. He seized every moment, knowing opportunities are fleeting. He struck before his enemies could react, moving with speed and precision. He adapted to changing conditions rather than clinging to past successes. Yet even he was eventually overthrown, because he, too, underestimated how quickly the tides of history can shift. No one is safe from time's relentless advance. Evolve or become irrelevant. Napoleon's philosophy applies not just to war, but to life, business, and personal growth. If you stop learning, you will be outpaced. If you hesitate, someone else will take your opportunity. If you live in past victories, the future will belong to someone else. The world rewards those who constantly push forward and punishes those who stand still. Use it or be left behind. Those who waste time will be ruled by those who master it. Those who cling to the past will be replaced by those who embrace the future. Time shows no mercy to the complacent. Are you moving forward with purpose, or are you letting time erase you? Conclusion: action or obsolescence, the unforgiving law of life. Napoleon's philosophy can be distilled into a single truth: take action or be erased by those who do. The world does not wait for the hesitant, the weak-willed, or the uncertain. It belongs to those who move, decide, and adapt without fear. Napoleon's life is proof of this reality. His meteoric rise was fueled by relentless action, and his fall was sealed the moment he hesitated. The choice: lead or be led, conquer or be conquered. Every moment presents a simple decision. Will you take control, or will you be controlled? Will you seize opportunity, or will you watch it pass by? Will you adapt and evolve, or will you become irrelevant? History only remembers those who act boldly. Those who hesitate are lost in the shadows of time. The path of the unshaken, mastering the art of action. In war, in leadership, in life, Napoleon's lesson is clear. Will over circumstance shape your fate, or be shaped by it? The power of knowledge and strategy: think ahead, or be outmaneuvered. Adaptation and decisiveness: move fast, or be crushed by those who do. Relentless self-belief: trust in yourself, or submit to those who do. Merit over birthright: earn your place, or be ruled by those who prove themselves. The ruthless march of time: act now, or be left behind. Use it or be forgotten. The world is ruthless. It rewards those who take action and punishes those who wait. Excuses do not matter, only results do. Intentions mean nothing, only execution does. Potential is worthless, only action creates power. You must decide: will you take control of your destiny, or will history forget you?